I keep on saying that your life, it's not a race. It's not a race. Who are you racing against? You know, because you look at social media and trying to be like someone else, and you don't know what, like you said, done behind
the closed doors.
It could be both good or bad.
Yeah.
You know? So definitely it's a rhythm, and you have to find your own rhythm. How quick you run is not how quick I can run. You know, how you create stuff is not the same. We're all given talents, and we need to know what talents we have. You know, others are given the talent of gab, creativity, you know, writing. So find your authentic true self in terms of what you're talented. And with that, you will find your passion and you'll find your strength. I've done a lot of research and education on cancer and also cancer prevention. And my question is, why did I get cancer? Because in my family, we didn't have cancer. I was the first one, very young, to get cancer. If your success takes your joy, takes your peace, it takes your health, and it takes your sleep, then it's too expensive for you.
You know, those people who can generate income and high income in that regard, but they cannot enjoy it.
Exactly.
Because you're probably even not living in your passion.
Exactly. You're sleeping with one eye open because maybe you stole from someone.
I
mean, really.
For you.
Maybe you did someone wrong to achieve what you did. So you need peace in your life, and that's what brings peace and joy and happiness.
That's what she said.
Guys, we cannot talk about career, we cannot talk about nutrition, we cannot talk about work-life balance without having someone in mind. And this someone is Bidanya Barasa. And if you are of my age group, you know this name is very familiar as a model and as a career woman. But I'll let her introduce herself. Welcome on set.
Thank you. It's it's great to be here. Thank you so much. And an amazing topic. I can't wait to share. And my name is Bidanya Barasa, MD, juicing addict, fitness fanatic, and soon to be a wellpreneur.
Oh, wellpreneur. There's tenderpreneur, wellpreneur, entrepreneur, allpreneurs. Today we'll get to learn. So my memory of you, honestly, or the first time you actually came to my vicinity, my area of understanding who this person was you as a model.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe you can take us way back to how this whole career journey started.
Wow.
And you as a model and how that was looking like.
So modeling, when was it? I think it must have been over 10 years or 15. I can't even remember. But it started off while I'd finished high school. I was getting into uni. And, you know, in between when you really don't know what to do and your parents are like, you got to do something. I mean, either do computers or get a hobby. So mom's friends used to tell her that I'm tall enough I could try modeling. Mm-hmm. And so I joined a modeling agency school. At that time, it used to be called Kelu Modeling School. Mm-hmm. And would go for classes. And one thing they told me is, yes, you have the perfect height, but we have to show you a few things. Mm-hmm. So they taught me how to catwalk on the runway with 3.5 inch of heels. Before I used to know wear heels, I was a tomboy. I loved my flat shoes. And then I had to go to my mom's wardrobe and borrow her heels. So I would practice in the apartment before my classes, and that's why I'm addicted to my heels. I remember you telling me that my heels are 7 inch, but they're actually 4.5.
So if they are 4.5, I wonder what 7 looks like.
Who wears 7? I can't. Some
Maybe
people
the
do.
people in the movies.
Yes, yes. So with Kelu Modeling Agency, you're taught how deportment, how to do your own makeup, how to win on the catwalk. Mm-hmm. And before I started modeling, I used to slouch because I was the tallest in my class. Yeah. And I used to love guys who were shorter than me for some reason. And they would not even look at me because I was super tall.
Was there something driving you towards that? Or you wanted to feel like...
They were cuter in school. They were more handsome and they were rarely tall. Yeah. So I was very tall and I used to hunch. Yeah. But with modeling, they showed me how to own my height, sit straight, don't hug the seat,
Oh, don't hug.
Yeah, you cannot be hugging and sit like this. You sit straight, and if you have to put a pillow behind, do that to assist. And so that's how I started my journey with modeling. And within 2 weeks of the lessons, I'd get now gigs. I would get all this modeling
almost immediately
because of the height, and also I did practice. I used to practice a lot on the heels. Remember, I used to not wear heels.
Yeah,
I had to.
Yeah, because now you're getting
the heels.
into a territory you're not familiar with, so you have to do a lot of practice.
So I used to practice a lot at home. So with that, I started getting lots of work on the side.
Yeah.
Even when I got into uni, or do modeling on the side. I've always done it as part-time because it wasn't really my career move.
Yeah.
And after that, I was selected for Mnet Face of Africa.
Now that is what I remember. Now that's when we were like, who is this?
Yes.
First of all, your name is so unique. Anytime someone says Bidanya, they can only be just one. Unlike Maureen, we can be many. But anytime someone was saying Bidanya, you just know Bidanya the model.
Yes.
Oh, that's so nice.
So I did with Mnet Face of Africa. I really didn't want to do that because before I was in the Caribbean for a modeling competition. And my schoolwork was getting messed up because I really was so focused in my education. That is something I said to myself. I want to do my university. I want to do my master's. For some reason, education was very, very important for me. So I'd miss classes in uni. So when a friend told me, oh, Bidanya, there's this Mnet Face of Africa, just go. You never know. I'm like, no, guys.
Yeah.
I feel my studies are suffering. I've been out of school for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I cannot. But they kept on pushing me. Even my mom said, you know what, just go. What will you lose by just going? So when I went, they selected me as one of the top, I think it was top 3 in Kenya that time. And from that on, my modeling career just spiraled. I was Kiko Face of Africa. I traveled to Paris, New York. I did some fashion shows. Always it's been runway, not photography.
There's the editorial part and there's the fashion. You're walking the runway. So now you're in uni, you're missing classes and attending classes where you're modeling and whatnot. At that point, would you say now you are passionate about this modeling career in as much as you are trying to, do your schoolwork? And while at that, what did you study in uni?
In uni, I started with management. Then I said, that's not for me. So I went into marketing, international marketing. And that, I believe, it's the right choice I did.
Yeah.
And during that time, I enjoyed modeling because now I didn't have to go to mom and ask for money because I was making my own money. And
was it well paying?
It was so well.
What was the first gig? How much were you paid?
The first gig, I was paid that time 45,000 Kenya shillings.
That was paying that much.
Yes, because remember I had a modeling agency, so they fight for your rights.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, right now we don't have a lot of modeling agencies, so it's a bit difficult, especially in Kenya. But we had an agency, and she would know your worth, and she'll find it. She'll say, guys, you can only have her with this amount. So I would, and that was not taxed. I don't know whether KRA will come for me.
No, KRA, mind your business.
I was still very young.
And 45,000 is a lot considering you're very young. You're not paying rent, perhaps. Maybe you're living with your parents and stuff like that.
I was living with my mom, but she still made me sure I had to pay for certain things. So the utilities, I still had to pay for that.
Instilling.
Yes.
You being an independent woman from the get-go.
Oh, yes.
Now, one thing that I know about modeling is you need to fit into clothes irrespective of which designer you're working with.
Yes.
How was that now for you from an experience perspective now in relationship to nutrition and food? How are you trying to manage? I'm a size 8. My agency knows I'm a size 8. I must remain a size 8 because when they're pitching you, they're like, I have this 5'11" model who is a size 8 and they can fit into clothes whether you're going to Ethiopia or South Africa or wherever. How was that now scenario relating to how you were taking your nutrition at that point?
So when I started modeling, they weren't really into the size because, because I was lanky, tall.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to gain weight because I went to Green Acres School and all my roommates had hips and thighs and back, and I was super, super skinny.
Yeah.
So during that time, I used to take Cerelac, imagine, to gain weight because I couldn't gain weight.
For the kid.
No, I know. I was told it helps you gain
You were
weight.
told by her.
People. So I used to take Cerelac. Can you believe me? And I hated Cerelac when I was young. But I actually used to tell my mom, please just send me Cerelac. And before I sleep and even in the morning, I'd make Cerelac to eat to gain weight.
Yeah.
But when I joined Mnet Face of Africa, they told me that my hips were too big. Remember,
After doing the work.
doing all that, even taking protein shakes at that time.
Yeah.
So after doing that, they said, I have to lose about 2 inches of my hips. Kelu Modeling Agency didn't tell me that. Me, I was so excited. But anyway, so when Mnet Face of Africa tells me, yes, we need a perfect size 10, I think at that time.
Yeah.
Now I had to go back to my mom and say, hey, mom, because mom used to
What
buy. So I'm
happened?
like, what do I need to do to lose this weight?
Yeah.
And so I started dieting or eating, can I say, specific foods. Now eating the junk food was off, no sodas, no French fries, I'd eat a lot of protein. And there used to be this craze of you eat proteins fast, then
So by the time you're full, the carbs can remain.
Exactly. Or just eat proteins and salads. I started doing that. I asked mom, can you help me get a fitness center to go work out?
You knew about fitness centers.
My mom she used to work out when she was young, and she used to take me from school to her kid fit lessons. So I've been ingrained into the working out fitness. So I used to actually take her for 30 minutes while she's doing her workouts, her fitness. So I already knew there's something like that in life that you need to do.
That's very interesting because most moms would be like, anything that's on your plate, finish it. Do you know there are people in Turkana dying of hunger? Can you finish?
Yeah, mom used to tell me that, and I said, why don't you go give them? That's what I used to tell her.
It's good to hear that there are some African moms who are really cautious about what they're eating, exercising, and how that now affected your view on the same.
Yeah, so it's mom who I went. She got me a place in town. So from university, I would go to, there's a place in town, I can't remember
In Nairobi?
Where. In Nairobi, that I'll go for a lesson for 60 minutes. And even the ladies that would wonder,
what are you doing here?
So
now the other people who are coming are probably even more hip.
Yes, exactly. So I had school, I had uni. I had to start getting into the fit life, working out, because I had to lose those 2 inches of my waist.
Yeah.
I had to look at what I'm eating clean. And so even I started swimming in the morning before going for classes.
Oh my God.
There's so much that used to happen so I can get those 2 inches off. And I did. So I was able to join again. There's a hotel that had a swimming pool that I used to go swim in the morning for like 2 hours. Then I go for my classes, then come back home, do my...
So does the agency pay for you? Like they take a commission out of that to pay for you, the maintenance?
No, they don't. It's really up to you. You'll get the job. They'll take the 10% at that time, commission.
Yeah.
But it's you to make sure
that you're proper. Because if you're not, and they're an agency, they have someone else who...
Someone will take that position, yes. The good thing is because I was able to really balance the working out. Because I keep on saying keeping fit is important. You might go on a diet, but if you're not keeping fit, there's a problem. So always you need to balance that. Look, you need to make sure be very selective on what you're putting in.
Yeah.
Be also very selective in movement. It's very critical. So I was able to balance that at that age.
Yeah.
Remember, I saw it from my mom.
Yeah.
So I was able to actually put in my fitness. Right now they say do about 10,000 steps.
Yeah.
The best is 12,000, even now 14,000. But at least the bare minimum, you should do 10,000 steps. That's movement.
Yeah.
So I was able to incorporate that. And when you work out, you have a leeway of the cheat meals. So I still ate my ugali. They say ugali is not good for you, but I'm a Luya. I love my ugali. Ugali has to be there 3 times a week.
Honestly, I think if they had to kill the whole ugali thing from Kenya, we will suffer.
I know.
It's all we know.
So I had my managu, my kunde, my chicken, but cooked clean. You're talking about it being stewed or grilled, not put too much oil. So I was still able to have all the good stuff, but I reduced on the French fries and the fried foods. That one I'll do like on a Sunday as a cheat meal, which I currently still do.
Yeah.
So I was able to balance that, and I was able to get the 2 inches off.
And what about now when you guys are modeling and you're deep in it? And I know, based on what we used to see from Tyra Banks, the show. It's so crazy behind the scenes. You're doing this, you're doing that. You have to just now eat whatever is available. Or were you guys now able to, pre-plan how your meals are going to look like during busy seasons? Or it's whatever we find, we will eat much better later after this gig?
The good thing is in Kenya, the pressure, or during that time, the pressure wasn't as crazy as in the US, because US is so much pressure. You have the photographers who are also pressurizing you to cut the weight, and that's why you see lots of models smoke, and because apparently smoke reduces your appetite.
Yes.
Thank God I didn't get into that.
Yeah.
Also, the drinking of alcohol, they do vodka. The models drink is vodka and orange because it has less calories. So it's a lot of pressure in the US and in Europe for you to be that wave thin. Thank God I didn't experience that I was modeling both in Kenya.
I know one of the things that you boldly talk about is, your fight with cancer.
Yes.
Maybe we can now go into that. At what point did this happen? What was your, chain of thoughts during that particular time? And now we can easily now look at what does nutrition look like for you after the fight with breast cancer?
Yeah, that was 2010 when I was diagnosed with colon cancer. I was working at Tetra Pak, marketing manager, got in the job that I love and I want, and I enjoyed it. And so I remember experiencing tummy aches. Then I noticed blood in my stool. So when that happened, I was like, this is not normal.
No more.
It is not normal. So I went to my doctor. In Tetra Pak, we had a nurse. And so I went to her and she told me, quickly go have it checked. So I got to Aga Khan, I did my tests, I did the x-rays, ultrasound. They could see a bit of constipation. And then then I did also the CT scan. And then later on they told me I have to do an endoscopy and a colonoscopy so they can see where the blood is coming from. After my colonoscopy, I was told to go see the doctor immediately.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
Now everything is sounding urgent. We can't wait for tomorrow.
And then I'm asking the nurse, is everything okay?
No,
So
no,
like,
you just go see the
doctor. Then I'm like, okay, then it's a big deal. So when I go to the doctor, he tells me over his dead body that it's colon cancer. He couldn't even give me hope to say, oh, maybe it's not. But he's like, over my dead body, it's colon cancer. But the good news, it's not stomach cancer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's still cancer in my head.
Yeah.
Then
So
later
does that mean one is worse than the other?
Usually stomach cancer is hard to treat, but it's not impossible, but it's harder to treat.
Okay.
So then he told me we have to stage it so we can know your cause of treatment. So we went for staging. They found it was stage 2 of colon cancer. When I met now my doctor, my surgeon, he says I do have to have surgery and then we can move from there. Okay. So immediately after 2 weeks, I told the doctor, I want this thing out. Please book the ER.
Yeah.
I want it out. I told my mom. Okay, I told mom about what it was before. But later on I said, Mom, this is the date, the 5th of January. We're going in for surgery. I want this thing out. They said, like, what about second opinion? I said, I'm confident with this doctor. Yeah. I've prayed over it. I want it out. Went for surgery. It was very successful. I had an open surgery because right now you can do the Lipro.
Yeah. You don't have to.
Yes. Because he wanted to check whether the liver is okay. So he did that. He was able to see that the liver was fine. Was able to also get the lymph nodes to see whether any has cancer. Thank God it was clear. So the margins were very clear. I was very happy. I was in hospital for about 2 weeks after that. And then just before I was released, the doctor comes and says, you need to talk to your oncologist. And that's when the oncologist tells me I have to do chemotherapy.
Even with the surgery?
Yes. In my head, I was like, it's stage 2. I don't need to do chemotherapy. But she says, it's important you do that because we're talking about treating the cancer. We've heard about chemotherapy. Your hair falls off. It's like death. I was like, no, I don't want to do this.
Why are you making me do this?
Yes, I don't want to do this. But she says, you know what? It's to treat. We need to treat it. You're lucky we can cure it at this point. So it has to be chemotherapy.
Yeah.
And also I'd say no, then mom sits me down and says, do you want to die? And so when she asked me that question, I was like, no, I don't want to die.
Moms have a way of just poking their kids.
I know, I'm like, no, I have so much I want to do in this life. I'm ready. And so I agreed to it. But even before I agreed to it, I prayed to God because I'm very spiritual.
Yeah.
And I told God that, yes, you allowed this to happen for a reason. It's not going to be permanent. It's temporary. Let's have a pact. My hair won't fall off. I won't be sick. I'll still travel. I'll still be me.
Yeah.
And I called it Little C, and I said, you Little C, you have no control over me. You know how people give a lot of weight to things. You make it massive. You make it a giant.
And that attention to that thing is what gives it the importance it doesn't deserve anyway.
Yeah. Guy says, oh my God, I have this giant problem. No. So I called it Little C, and I said, you Little C, me, my God.
We are bigger than you.
We're bigger than you. And so that it's been 14 years. I know.
More health unto you.
Yes, I call myself Cancer Victoress. I don't call myself a survivor because I'm not surviving. I'm thriving and doing better than ever.
That's what she say. I have a quick question though. From your story, you were into fitness and nutrition.
Yes.
So ideally, you were more fit and more healthy than the normal person. Now you get such news. What are you? Take me through your feelings now towards nutrition, where you're feeling like I'm supposed to be healthy because I'm putting in the effort. Why am I the one who is now having to deal with this? Did any of those thoughts go through your mind, and did they affect now your relationship with food and nutrition after the treatment?
A lot of that went through my head, and I started going back and educating myself. So I've done a lot of research and education on cancer and also cancer prevention. And my question is, why did I get cancer? Because in my family, we didn't have cancer. I was the first one, very young, to get cancer. Yeah. Colon cancer, they say you get it at the age of 50 plus and 60 plus. I was under my 30s and I was getting cancer. Yeah. You know, even the doctors, when they got my result, they were very shocked.
Yeah, we don't see
this. You're so young. Even I remember when they removed it, and the doctors visiting me, and they put it in a jar, and they're like, Bidanya, do you want to see it? I said, hell no. Why should I?
That is giving it more power than it deserves.
But you could see all the other doctors were there because I was a research paper at that point. Even I asked the doctor, how do young people have colon cancer? And he said,
we have never seen.
You don't even know the statistics, but now it's on the increase. Anyway, so I did ask myself these questions. And one thing about cancer, and I've researched, it's a lot of stress. At that time, I wasn't eating very well when I was at Tetra Pak because I was so focused in my job.
Career wine.
You know, I'm snacking, the soda, and we used to have a canteen, so I would drink soda every day.
So wait. So you were at Tetra Pak working a 9 to 5.
Yes.
On the side, you have a modeling career.
At that time, modeling was a bit on the low side.
On the low side, but you were
focusing on my career. But I'll do it for, if they call me for a big gig, then why not? And if it's charity, I used to do a lot of charity at that time. Yeah. So I thought, let me give back to that.
So you were very busy. How were you balancing?
Busy. I had,
a career, giving back, a side hustle. I have food and nutrition to worry about. Now here comes something that I also need to work on from a health perspective.
Yes.
What was balance looking like for you?
So at that time, I know what I was looking at.
Does it even exist also?
It does. I mean, but it has to be intentional.
Yeah.
And you have to integrate it to your lifestyle.
Yeah.
People say wellness is, some people believe balance is 50-50. So they're so strict, 50 work life, 50 enjoyment, or 50 your family. But it can't be that way. You have to integrate it, and it has to be intentional. So everything you do in your life, you have to integrate it. And my way of that is, for example, if I travel for work currently, I mean, I'm the MD of Top Image Africa. We're in 12 African countries. Yeah. If I travel, for example, to Lagos, I make sure the hotel has a gym. If there's no gym,
a swimming pool.
No.
Oh,
in Nigeria, oof, I'll be finished.
Why?
I'll be proposed 10 times over.
Nigerian men will finish you
with a swimwear. I beg.
Body image on point.
Yes. So if there's no gym, I'll go look for a gym membership for the day. Yeah. Yes, that's how it looks like. So I cannot go to a hotel without a gym. If there's not, I'm going to look for a place where I can work out. Second, I'll make sure it has a spa. Because after my crazy 4 days of meetings.
And it was.
Exactly. So I'll have a spa day. Third, I'll make sure I link up with my friends there. Go for dinner. If there's a party, I'll go for that party.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about fun.
Yeah.
You know, people think joy is a reward, but no, it's your right.
Yeah.
You have to find joy.
That's what she said. Joy is
Not a reward, it's your right. So you have to find joy in every places you can, because people think, oh my, I cannot have that fun. You should.
But you know, there's some people who feel guilt when they want to indulge in things that can give them joy, and then they feel like, I don't deserve this. And I need to be there for my family. I need to be there for my work. I need to be here doing 1, 2, 3. So taking time off to even go to the spa feels like you're guilt tripping me into something.
Because they think it's a reward, but it's your right as a person. You need joy in your life. And people think and feel guilty, you know, taking care of themselves, you know, being soft in everything, you know, taking time and putting your boundaries and saying, no, this is not for me.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, but people need to know that you deserve joy.
And I like something that you talked about, being soft. You as an MD in 12 countries, going all over. To some extent, I think you need like some masculine energy to just not bulldoze people in the boardroom though, but, you know, lead an organization. Where do you get the balance to actually now be soft and in your feminine energy or era as well?
Soft, I'm known actually at Top Image Africa as passionate.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the softness comes in. Because I believe you should lead with passion. Most people lead with authority. And why you should lead with passion?
Lead with passion, not necessarily authority. And especially for women. Yeah?
Especially for women. And us as women, we're emotive. And I believe having that emotive element in the boardroom really helps.
Yeah.
And why I say that, because we're better communicators. Sorry, guys. We're better listeners. You know, I go to a point where I want my team to know, first, it's an open space.
Yeah.
If you're going through issues, let me know. Because at the end of the day let's work on the solutions together. So as a result, I have a lot of my team members who come to me and say, Bidanya, there's this happening in my life. They're able to open to me, and we're able to work together on how they can perform better.
Yeah.
Well, if you're authoritative, there'll be fear. They won't come and
nobody
tell you
will
problems.
come and tell you anything.
Exactly.
So now, Bidanya, there's one of the things that we also know you for is advocating for a healthy lifestyle. Yes, but you do a lot of juicing. As someone who has tried juicing for 10 days, and I was just like, yo, Jesus, come and take me. What's happening? Please, how were you able to arrive to juicing as part of something that you want to incorporate into your wellness? And how is that looking like right now?
So my love for wellness was actually given birth through my cancer journey. And I keep on saying, through my cancer journey, I was able to find ways in which to heal. Because I believe for your body to have disease, there's a way it can also be at ease. The reason why it's called disease, because it's distress, but at ease, it's okay. So for it to have disease, it means it can also have ease, whereby you can prevent it and you can heal.
Yeah.
So my mission has been always to look at preventive. And, you know, I'm so big on cancer prevention. I talk about it. I share so many things about it. So juicing came into it because during the time when I was going through chemotherapy, during my research, I was able to find a guy called Chris who healed, he knows stories of people who've healed his cancer through juicing. And him also, he did not do chemotherapy. He refused. He had stage 3 colon cancer. And he decided, you know what, I'll go to nature. Because there's healing in nature. So he started juicing. And that's how I started juicing. And I've been doing for the last 13 plus years, and I can see the difference. And it's all about nutrition. It's about fueling your body. And as an MD, as a busy woman, you need to get good nutrition to fuel you. Because I keep on saying, you're not going to meet your objectives, you're not going to meet your dreams if you're unhealthy.
Yes.
You know, you have to be healthy.
And now for the juicing, does it, do you incorporate it from a point of, let's say I'll have my breakfast and then I'll juice for lunch or juice for dinner, or is it constantly juicing from morning to evening?
So there are two kinds of juicing. And I keep on saying wellness is really not luxury, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So my wellness is a lifestyle whereby every morning I do my juicing. You can decide to do a juice cleanse for 3 days, whereby you're drinking absolutely just juice because maybe you're very sick, you're focusing on pure healing and you want to give your body that rest from digestion. And if whenever you're sick, you don't eat, right?
Yeah.
Even in hospital, because the body is using all that energy to heal you. And that's why juicing is good, because it gives your digestive system that rest. So juicing in terms of being a lifestyle is consuming juice first thing in the morning when you wake up.
Yeah.
Right? And
Oh,
I do
that's
that
manageable.
every day. It is. It's not, people wonder that, B, you eat.
I'm like, what?
When I post my things on Instagram, say, B, you actually eat. I'm like, yes, darlings, I eat. I don't just juice all my life. I can't go to the gym on juice.
Yeah.
But it's in the morning because it's fueling me.
Yeah.
And a lot of the recipes that I have, carrots, watermelon, ginger, they fuel your body. And then they protect your body in terms of immunity.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it's an everyday thing. It's fueling me to be able to meet what I need to do for the day. Well, it's protecting my health because I need to be healthy to achieve my dreams. So that's the everyday wellness. Okay. Then there's the working out. I'm a gym fanatic 4 times a week. This reduces my stress.
And you've been consistent from when it comes to the gym, from teenagehood all the way to now being a busy career woman.
No, it's even crazy. It's worse than before because now I'm addicted to weights. I got this thing called CrossFit. I learned about CrossFit about 8 years ago, and now I'm eating weights. Yeah. So I'm even worse. And Mom at times says, B, you're always in the gym. What are you doing in the gym for 2 hours? I'm like, I'd rather be in the gym than in the bar,
We would rather be in the gym than in the bar. But anyway, that's what she said.
So that is not wellness, so have movement. It can be walking, like I say, 10,000 steps.
Yeah.
It can be skipping, it can be swimming. Look for something that you love, because not everyone likes lifting weights. I love it because it's a stress reliever. Yeah. So you have that. And then in terms of nutrition, make sure you're selecting clean foods. Eat more of your vegetables. Eat more of your organic. Kuku kienyeji. Yes, you will fight with it, but it's super tasty.
Muluya knows the challenges of kuku kienyeji.
You have to hold it with your hands, and you're like,
in Nairobi, maybe you can plug us where in Nairobi to get it, because
I know it's tough, right? But so you have that. So eating well. Then the other thing is sleeping. Yes, you can be very, very busy. And guys, I keep on saying, and this is to the young ones and anyone running a successful, if your success takes your joy, takes your peace, it takes your health, and it takes your sleep, then it's too expensive for you.
That last bit is where I really struggle with sleep.
Yeah.
Because all my ideas, for some reason, they just want to find me at night.
But there are ways in which you can calm the mind. There's chamomile tea that calms you. Yeah. There's meditation if you want to. Yeah. There's prayer. So there are ways also, because I'm very, very busy. I have career, I have my wellness. Yeah. There's a brand I'm launching and the wellness. I have a team all over in 12 African countries. I have my family. Yeah. So you have all those things you're juggling. But I believe there's a way in which you can find that peace. And that's why I said it's about being intentional. And integrating it into your everyday lifestyle.
I think the integration part is what makes such a big difference, because then you don't feel like it's work.
Exactly.
It's just a normal way of life. When you were introducing yourself, you said you are a wellpreneur.
Yes.
What does that mean, and what does that entail? And this is the first time I'm hearing someone refer to themselves that. And I feel like it's so nice. The next time I'm selling, some juices, please, I'm inside the wellpreneur industry. Yeah. What does that look like, and why the name? It's just very fancy.
Yeah, I mean, wellpreneur is really an entrepreneur who's into wellness. Yes. And I think, and I kept on saying that, and I think I mentioned it before, that wellness is not a luxury, it's a lifestyle. Yes. It's something you have to integrate into your everyday work. In everyday life, no matter how busy it is, it's about you being intentional and creating that time. It can be just 1 hour a day. Yeah. You can be very busy, I agree.
Yeah.
But look at your screen time. You're
Yeah.
probably on the screen for 3 hours.
Why are you shouting on this?
That 1 hour can be in the gym. It can be you walking. It can be doing something that is good for you. That's self-love.
Yeah.
And I believe in any space, it's possible to have it. Other people say, oh, no, you cannot do it. You cannot balance. But I believe you have to be intentional. Make it a priority.
Yeah.
I make my working out a priority, no matter how hard it is. I can leave the office at 9 p.m. Okay, no, not 9 p.m., let's say. It's 8:30 p.m. The gym closes at 10. But I'll be in the gym 8:45 and I work out for that 1 hour.
I'll even tell God, you can see it is 8:30.
Yes.
So let's see each other tomorrow.
Yes. Even I know mothers who started juicing because of my juicing recipe. So they're able to incorporate that into their family. So them as a family, they're still being healthier. And so I believe as a Black woman, there are ways in which you can intentionally integrate wellness into your everyday routine and make it fun, still have joy. I believe you have to do it intentionally.
I think the most amazing thing I'm getting from you is, yes, you can have a career, you can have family, but wellness and nutrition in general is something that is very important. So I think where we go wrong for some of us, let me just speak for myself as I look this way, but anyway, kidding, is we look at now the nutrition part of it and wellness and going to the gym as an activity.
Exactly.
That is now being added to my calendar as well. So it becomes something that I can either cancel and shift instead of now literally incorporating it into my normal day-to-day lifestyle.
Exactly.
I've never thought about it from an angle of even booking hotels and making sure they have a gym. I just look at, does it have a bathtub?
That is also good because I also do that. I love high
least.
That's one thing that helps me unwind
And
also,
relax.
having baths. I love baths. Even I change rooms like, doesn't have a bathtub? Please
Change me.
Yo, I'm on you on that one. Yes.
This has been such a good challenge to me, honestly, because yes, I get busy. Yes, I run a business. Yes, I try and do, the nutrition bit of things and here and there. But the exercise and intentionally making wellness in general as part of my lifestyle, I think this has been a good challenge to me, and I hope to you as well.
And just one thing, you can have everything else, but when you're sick, you're only focusing on one thing, and that's it.
Getting better. Exactly.
Everything else doesn't matter. Your work will not matter.
That's when you know you're not busy.
Yes, it will. It's you just focusing on you healing.
Yeah.
And that's important. So what I want people to do, don't get to that stage. I know that what I did, and I believe why I got cancer, eating badly, drinking the sodas.
Yeah.
But don't get to that stage. Start now. You're young. Even the older, anyone, start now. Talk about prevention because it's possible for your body to heal. It's possible for your body to fight any disease, but it's what you feed it, both in your mind,
especially the mind,
spiritually, yes, physically. It's really, really, that's more important. And then the other thing is, I know with the young ones, they want to get ahead in life, but I keep on saying that their life, it's not a race. It's a rhythm. So you have to honor that pace.
It's not a race.
It's a rhythm. Honor that pace.
Hey, I'm telling you, we're going to have like captions all through sprinkled around. But yeah, I think out of everything, I feel extremely challenged, especially from a wellness perspective. I had not thought about it comprehensively like that from a point of just incorporating it. And there's a quote I always see online. It's just cliche, but makes sense even more now, that you who is even moving a little bit, even if it's 15 minutes, you're still way better than someone who is seated at the couch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Even 15 minutes. Start with 10.
Yeah.
15.
That makes it manageable. Yeah. We are starting with 10.
But please give me 1 hour. Only.
No, 10 today, tomorrow 15. By 3 weeks, I'll be at an
1 hour in a day, honestly. But I hear you. But do what you love.
Yes. From your story, you were modeling, you were going to school, then you were getting a job here and there. So you were busy and, building a career. And now the Gen Zs or the younger people, even the younger millennials, they are looking at people online and wishing, I want what Bidanya has, but I want it now. And yet maybe for you it has taken you even decades to get to where you are, but I want it now. So I want to hustle. I want to wake up in the morning. I don't have time for anybody in this town. I want to do this. I want to achieve that. And in there, I want to also, make sure I'm as fit as possible. But then again, I like what you talked about, pace and rhythm. What can you say to the younger generation from a point of hustling and the impact or possible impact of, that kind of hustle without even taking a break to relax and rest in your soft girl, feminine energy?
Yeah. Like I said before, there's a lot of pressure from social media. You're right. And that's why I keep on saying that your life, it's not a race. It's not a race. Who are you racing against? Because you look at social media and trying to be like someone else, and you don't know what, like you said, done behind
the closed doors.
It could be both good or bad.
Yeah.
So definitely it's a rhythm, and you have to find your own rhythm. How quick you run is not how quick I can run. How you create stuff is not the same. We're all given talents, and we need to know what talents we have. Others are given the talent of gab, creativity, writing. So find your authentic true self in terms of what you're talented. And with that, you will find your passion and you'll find your strength. And during that time, I keep on saying, honor it. Honor your pace by taking time, slow time, There's the self-care, there's the wellness, which you have to do as a lifestyle, not as a luxury. Things that feed your soul, feed your mind, feed your body. It all has to come in together. And again, it has to be intentional. Yes, you have dreams, you have aspirations, but you won't achieve those dreams if you're dead, number one. If you're unhealthy, if you don't have the energy, if you don't have the energy. So also what you're eating, make sure it's fueling you towards what you want to achieve. And that will be more sustainable than you running, your health is messed up. You'll get there dead. But the person who is honoring that pace will get there
slowly.
And there'll be joy. They'll be happy. Because honestly, in this life, you have to be happy. You have to enjoy.
If something is not giving you joy or happiness, then you're, those people who can generate income and high income in that regard, but they cannot enjoy it because you're probably even not living in your passion.
Exactly. You're sleeping with one eye open because maybe you stole from someone. I mean, really.
For you.
Maybe you did someone wrong to achieve what you did. So you need peace in your life. And that's what brings peace and joy and happiness.
And I like what you talked about passion, because I feel like the moment I discover my passion, then I cannot be busybody and also trying to catch up with you, because already our passion is totally different. Mine could be so different from yours. So I don't know to what levels your passion is supposed to take you. So I can only focus on what I can see, what I love, and see how then do I grow from where I am to what I can envision for myself.
And that passion will make it more exciting as you're running that race.
Which makes it even easier to incorporate your wellness without feeling like it's this big load that I need.
It's not work. It's something
clearly everything just makes sense when you think about it from that particular point. And thank you so much, Bidanya, for joining us. I think the best thing that I've learned from this session is you are the one to also make the decisions for yourself. Make sure that your happiness comes first, and it is not a luxury. It is something that for sure every woman should be able to enjoy, and ensure that anything that you do, you're doing it for yourself as well.
Thank you.
That's what she said.